Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Billy Ho's Sports. This Saturday, tomorrow, it's the fall. It's Keeneland. It's opening weekend. Today is just insane. The crowds are huge. The weather is optimal, 100% optimal. Sunny skies and 80-degree temperatures, high level stakes mixed in with Breeders' Cup Challenge Series races. Got a whole bunch to cover today. We're going to get right into it. So let's go.
Hello, Billy Ho here. As the sole creator for this channel, I need you, the viewer, to help me grow. Just by subscribing to the channel and clicking that like button alone, you can help spread Billy Ho Sports to the racing community on YouTube.
Okay, our first couple of events are going to be the Turf Milers. We're going to go with race 8 and race number 10. Those are two, the First Lady and the Coolmore. So we're going to put those two together in a video for your convenience. And there are about 5 ladies in this one I'm definitely interested in. Whenever you have Chad Brown and Frankie Dettori on the turf, you've got to take notice. Fluffy Socks, third in prime power, but I do believe is going to be like 20-1 morning line. That looks like value. Not going to stay there, I don't think. Probably going to get bet down somewhat, but Rail Post is winning at 19% clip. So definitely an opportunity for Fluffy Socks to get one of those Gallarette type runs, or there it is, Gallarette grade 3 runs where she got up, but she was super chalk that day. Not a whole lot of competition. She won clearly by 7. This one's an interesting one. Tarawa, and this is coming over from Dermot Weld. Christopher Hayes rides. Just one of those turf trainers that ships over some serious competition. You can see the morning line odds. She's definitely worth taking a look at. Watch the tote board and see if the odds are down or up to get an idea on where the money's coming from on this one, because a lot of the just general public won't know the names. So we got down here a little further. Safine, I'll pass on. Here's the one I'll probably be most interested in. And it's probably going to go off as the favorite or really close to it. Gina Romantica, Chad Brown, and Jose Ortiz hook up. Jose's getting his first crack at riding this one, but Gina's pretty good with anybody that rides her. Pratt's ridden her to victory. T. Gaff's ridden her to victory. So, others, Pratt almost got her home again in the spa here. She was real close. That was the third off the layoff. So she's looking like she's really ready to break out for a victory here. I think she could do it. She seemed to have a little trouble on the good turf getting her stride until a little bit too late. So she's got a chance to win this one, definitely. Walkathon is probably going to be a contender. 3 times wins. It's 3 straight for Ian Wilkes, but she looks a little overmatched here. This one, Evie Jet's in the same boat. Quality horse, but just a little bit lower on the tier scale, in my opinion. Special Wand, no. Chili Flag, here we go. Are we going to get a bounce back from that not so good trip in the Diana, where the mare, 5-year-old mare, was just not engaged, just wasn't in it? We'll see. AG Bullet is another one. Chili Flag, though, just really quick, just a game. Defeated White Beam, 3 straight wins prior to that. So I think we're going to see somewhere in between the 94 and the 106, most likely. I think a 94 gets her close. We'll see. They're both closing. So what we need is pace. We don't need negative numbers, because that's going to really, really help horses like AG Bullet and White Beam. You can see they like to get out front. They like to just get a little bit more comfortable pace. I mean, that's not slow, but it's not fast either. 49.5, 113.75. So, and this one's actually moving up. AG Bullet is going from 6.5 to a mile, but she's obviously done her work at a mile. So just this was just a monster number, and that was Kentucky Downs at 6.5. I don't think that those two are the same as going a mile on the Keeneland turf. So I don't know. Umberto Rispoli, I love as a jock. So AG Bullet takes some money, but I don't think it's going to get much of mine. White Beam, winner of the Grade One Diana, similarly to what the way I believe Butte Catchy defeated Gina Romantica in a prior race, got out there on the lead and set a comfortable 49.5, and she was actually able to get home in 115, but uh, White Beam did it in 113 there for the 3/4. So this one's a horse that you better not let her get a lead and sit decently comfortable, because unless you're going to get, because you even in the Bogey, she just got clipped by a neck, but she's going to get caught. If you see the pace up in here, she's going to get caught at the wire, in my opinion. So that's what we're looking to get, is a little bit faster pace, and that's what we're going to go after. So I do think it will be a faster pace. I think that sets up Gina Romantica to close this one out and get the win. Chili Flag very close. White Beam is good enough to win this, so I wouldn't leave her out. And for live long shots, the one Fluffy Socks I've mentioned, and number 9 Implicated I came across, and I didn't really say anything about, but it's Brendan Walsh, and it's just didn't really, a lot of these Kentucky Downs races, if they didn't run well, I didn't really particularly care for the turf at Kentucky Downs, and some others had words to say about it. And obviously, if you've seen the track layout, it's completely different. It's hillier. It's more of a Euro feel. It's not as flat. But you can see, but previous to that, ladies, grade 3 debacle, 98, 95, back-to-back wins, a grade 2 Nassau win at Woodbine over Fev Rover. This horse has probably got some little bit of class going back, competing against all these horses like Chili Flag and everything like that. So Pebbles grade 3 win over Sacred Wish. So an interesting horse, and I think it's 10th in prime power. I forget what it went off at, but probably like an 8-1, I would say, in that somewhere in that range. Luan Mikado is not going to draw a lot of jockey attention as far as the tote board is concerned. So that's where I land on that race. And now we're going to jump over to race 10 and cover the boys for the mile on the turf, the Coolmore. Now, this is going to be a fun one. We reunite two turf milers in Carl Spackler and Talk of the Nation. You can see they're 1 and 2 in prime power. Those two have gone at it more than once, and Carl Spackler has had the best of the duo, and I think would probably be the best of the duo in this one again. Sherry DeVoe brings an interesting one. More Than Looks, classy horse, second time out. So we're going to take a look at that. And this one is, I'd say, Kikuli, and that is out of by Kingman, Frankie Dettori, coming over, little known from all over France and Great Britain, back and forth. But this horse is probably going to be needed to be dealt with on this turf. Juddamont Farms breeding, so definitely going to be an include. Always got to include, or at least look at whoever Frankie's riding on the turf. Less than a half a length in 4th place in this grade 2 over in Newberry. So even though it was 4th, it was only a half length off the lead. More Than Looks. This is Sherry DeVoe. 4-star Dave was the return to action since the Breeders' Cup Mile. Pretty good showing. Had a pretty fair enough pace, 24:49, 113, and got down the lane to 3rd place behind Carl Spackler. 2nd place, my apologies. So Ottoman Fleet, quality horse. This, the more I'm starting to look at this, the more I'm might be inclined to put a little more stock into More Than Looks in this race. I just kind of got a little bit too caught up, but I guess I'll make some adjustments tomorrow if need be. Running B, nice little win in this last one, but I don't think that it's qualified or as on the same level. It is a Chad Brown horse. You never know. Noise is off. I'm not going to play. There's Talk of the Nation. The Mint Million third. not too bad. Probably should have done better than that. Little under 3-1 odds. Should have probably shown a little better than that. But this one, Arlington Million, was a pretty good run, even though it was a very, very slow pace. They crawled on the turf 50, 114, going a mile and a quarter, and he struck out into the lead in the stretch, but just couldn't hang on. So that was Nation's Pride and Integration. So that's some pretty tall company there. Ran up against Carl Spackler, obviously, more than one occasion. And you can see Spackler went 1-2 on top of Talk of the Nation since the opening verse back in May. So Talk of the Nation maybe more mature, a little better. The Kentucky Downs effort I can forgive just because of the type of turf it was and the way the way the track is formulated can be different for horses. So decent showing though. I mean, third place in that big millions. So Talk of the Nation's definitely in there. Spirit of St. Louis is one that's interesting. Another Chad Brown. I don't know. You got to start taking some stands somewhere. Here's Carl Spackler. And this sucker is so good at a mile. Now, he did have this hiccup here in the poker where he finished fifth. That was that Ice Chocolate. And I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Ice Chocolate got out on the lead and just kind of held everybody off and just had this really strong kick coming home and no kick for Spackler in that one, but came right back in the Kelso, then ran him off in the 4-star Dave. So strong efforts, probably top choice, probably your favorite on the tote board. So those are the ones how I see it. It's actually probably a 2, 3, 7, 9 trifecta box, which would be Spackler, which would be Talk of the Nate. Oh, I'm sorry. That is number 6. I'm going to have to change that. I don't know where I got number 7 at for Talk of the Nation, but it is 6. So it's 6, 9. Nice. And then you've got More Than Looks, 3, 3, 6, 9, damn near fine. And then throwing in the 2. So 2, 3, 6, 9, nice. That's going to cover those 2 turf mile races. We're got plenty more. Subscribe and like, much appreciated. Share on social media. We got Breeders' Futurity coming. We got a couple other non-Breeders' Cup, or one non-Breeders and another Breeders together. So 2 more videos, 3 total today, dropping from Keeneland. So excited. Till next time, see you soon.